Hey guys, welcome to Whispers and Ink. I'm Jennifer Merle Hampshire and this is Let's Create. And I have a fun little technique for us today. And we're going to pull it all together on Saturday's video. I want to go through how to create some realistic-ish looking leaves based off of two different die sets that we have and a whole bunch of colors. So I hope that you're up for this task. I'm super excited about it. I know that that we have some possibilities here because this is something completely different. So let me show you what I've got so far. I have some crushed curry leaves, crumb cake leaves, and vanilla leaves. And I know that you're surprised, like super duper surprised. Hello, my friend. How are you? Oh, Susan P. So nice of you to join me. So here's what we're working with. We're working with the Aspen dies. And if you guys haven't seen those yet, oh my goodness. Do you see the veining on there? Oh, that one might be upside down. It is. Do you see the veining on that? Oh, you guys, amazing. Amazing. And then we're going to be using the Texture Chic dies as well for this oak leaf. So this is the dies that I'm talking about. This is the Aspen Tree dies. And you guys, I'll have full product list in the comments after the video. Aspen leaves, and I love the veining that we get on those aspen leaves. And then Textured Chic. I only use this oak leaf, but you guys, you can add even more texture to your leaves by die cutting out this other layer. So think two-step stamping with an added bonus, okay? But those are the dies that we're going to be using today. We've got Crumb Cake again, and somehow, you guys, I actually got two for the price of one on this oak tree, on this oak leaf. There's actually two sets of leaves in here. But you're going to need a couple of other things. So I've got the ivory here. And I forgot to grab something. Forgot to grab one other ink color. So the ink colors that I have are Crumb Cake, Cajun Craze, Rich Razzleberry, Crushed Curry, and Cherry Cobbler. I'm going all deep and saturated, you guys. Now, I'm one of those people, you guys, I have a dauber for about every single color. And I mean, like, seriously, just about every single color. Cherry Cobbler, Crushed Curry, Razzleberry, that's Coral, where did it go? I just had it earlier. Crumb Cake. And, oh, there's Cajun Craze. Okay. So, I have a dauber for every color. And this, you're going to need some scratch paper on this one. And I promise, we could use this side, but we're not. And we're going to take each leaf one at a time. And I'm not going with technical colors here, you guys. And you very well could go technical colors. If you want to look up fall aspen leaves and see what colors they switch over to, I'm not being that specific, but you can if you so choose. I just like to what we call here, or what I call dirty up the leaf to make it look more realistic. So I grabbed the crumb cake because crumb cake, most leaves when they change color, they start to turn brown. But I also grabbed the crumb cake because it adds even more richness to the colors that I put on top. So watch what I'm talking about. We're going to start with the crushed curry though. So with that, I'm actually going to start with crushed curry. And I'm going to go with this bigger aspen leaf, and I'm going to actually bring you guys in a little bit closer so that you can get a closer view. And I'm just lightly going over those veins. And I'll show you in a second, and you'll see it doesn't add a lot at a distance, but, and I love to shade, you guys. I love it. So I'm going to bring in this other aspen, whoops, sorry guys. Bring in this other aspen leaf. Can you see the difference in color already? Just with following that veining with the crushed curry. So when I'm thinking that we're going to go Cajun craze next. And I'm going to just take that Cajun craze and I'm going to go on the edges. And you guys, my Cajun craze is like all chewed up, so don't judge. It still works. It sheds a little bit, but it still works. And then I'm going to bring in a little bit, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of more of that crushed curry. See the depth on that leaf now? But wait, we have just a little bit more. I'm going to grab my cherry cobbler. And actually, I don't even know because I used it earlier. We might not need it. There we go. And we're going to go very edges. And I picked it up. I don't know if you caught that. I picked it up just to bring that cherry cobbler at the edge of the leaf. And you can see it right in there. Oh, I love the shading, you guys, that we have with these daubers. It's super precise. And so there's our first leaf. I need a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now, leaves are not perfect. So all of our leaves are going to be slightly different. Whoops, throwing things all over. All of our leaves are going to be just a little bit different. Oh, sorry you guys, this is going to be noisy if I keep dropping stuff. And we're going to go with more of a red and a Cajun craze on this one. And then I'm going to do Cajun craze on the edge. I'm going to open that up. I think it's time for Cajun craze. I think needs a new dauber. Guys, think how long Cajun craze has been around. I haven't had the dauber that long, but it sure looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, okay, so there's our darkening. And again, I'm going to bring in the oak leaf this time. But look at the difference. I know, isn't that gorgeous? I love the possibilities. Now, oak leaves. Oak leaves to me are a little bit different. Oak leaves here, and I have several oak trees, you guys. They go more red, yellow at first. They go more red, and then they even get some purple. So I'm going to grab this razzleberry. And I'm going to do one side in that razzleberry because I don't know about you guys, but oak leaves turn different than other leaves that I've seen. I'm going to grab my cherry cobbler. I'm adding just a little bit of red, and then I'm going to go along the edge with red or cherry cobbler. Do, do, do. The key to this, I think, is these edges. Bringing in that color on those edges. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. Okay, so there's the crushed curry and the different ways that we use that. They're all a little bit different, and I know it's hard to tell in the video, but now let's go on to the ivory. Ivory's pretty easy, right? We're going to start with this oak leaf, and I'm going to go similar styling that I did this leaf. We're going to go with the cherry cobbler on one, and I'm going to bring in a little bit of crumb cake, and then we're going to pull in this raspberry, and I'm going to pull in the raspberry into the crumb cake. I'm going to overlap those colors. And then we're going to outline in the cherry cobbler like we did with the yellow. So the only difference that I did with this one is I added a little bit of cherry cobbler brown. And we started off with a different color. But look at similar styling, but look at the difference in the color. We could even blend in that crumb cake line just a little bit more. Just like that. So there's our vanilla with raspberry and cherry cobbler all the way around. Okay, let's work on these aspen leaves. Now, I think for this big aspen leaf, I want to go with the similar coloring that I did on this one so that you guys can see the difference. I know, you guys, I could leave mine open. It drives me crazy to leave my ink pads open. I know it's silly. And I know I'm wasting time. All right, so there's our yellow. And we're going to bring in our Cajun Craze. Don't you love all these colors together? I do too. Oh, perfect fall. I don't know about you, but around here it's feeling, I had to wear jeans today. It was actually chilly. And then I'm going to bring in this, and I'm going to mix it around like that, and maybe even a little bit of crumb cake. Can you guys tell that this is like, you know how people like to color? This is how I like to color. Can you tell? Okay, similar pairings. All right, similar color pairing. There we go. Vanilla leaf, crushed curry leaf. And you guys, don't be afraid to try. Now let's do something a little off the wall. I think this one, we're gonna go light. I want raspberry on that one. And I want to go crumb cake on the edges. Super light, super light raspberry on that one. And I'm taking my crumb cake and I'm going to go my edges. And then see if we can fan this out a little bit. There we go. There's that. How about that? Isn't that pretty? Love it. A little bit more raspberry, I think. And maybe, oops, darn it. Too heavy, you guys. There we go. Crumb cake. Oh, I like that. There we go. All right, so there's that one. Now, you guys know how much I love my crumb cake as a neutral. To me, this is where fabulousness lives. Okay? To me, this gives you even richer color than you had before. I'm going to do all my stems with a little bit of crumb cake. There we go. And this is going to get put away. So we're going to do a crushed curry in Cajun Craze oak leaf. And we're going to do a rich raspberry cherry cobbler oak leaf. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the rest of these. But I figure with 2 oak leaves, we've got a lot we can do. All right, so here's our rich raspberry. And super light. And I pretty much covered the whole thing. I just left a little edge right over here. And that's where we're going to take the cherry cobbler. And check that out. Here we'll use this as our background. Look at that. Whew, so pretty. Okay, so there's the cherry cobbler and rich raspberry leaf. And move these over here. And let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to do crushed curry. Oh, that needs some juice. Now, we could have pulled in some pumpkin pie in here. I like the color depth of the Cajun Craze more so than the pumpkin pie. I like the deeper color because to me it's more representative of what happens. It goes a little bit more brown. And then there's the color that we add. You can see it when it's got something against it. But we've got that Cajun Craze edge with that yellow. All right. I think we're going to keep on this trend here with this aspen leaf. But I'm going to tell you, we're probably going to add in a lot more than you think. All right, so we're going yellow in the middle. We're going to go a little Cajun Craze on one side. And we're going to go a little raspberry on the other. There we go. That's what I wanted. And a little bit on this edge. And then we're going to take this crushed curry again. And we're going to do that edge. And look at that. So 3 colors on that one. Crushed curry, Cajun craze, and a little bit of rich raspberry. What do you think about that one? I think that one needs a darker edge. What do you think? What do you think? I love also my most favorite thing about this, you guys, that I love is that doing the daubers as we're doing, we don't lose the veining on that. And there's, look at that darker edge. Oh, love that. And this is just crumb cake, you guys. So there's our aspen leaf. Isn't that gorgeous? There we go. And in a little bit more dark. Oh, I love it. I love doing this, you guys. All right, so this one, no worries. The squirrels got to this one and they cut the edge off. But this one, we're going to go crumb cake and a little bit of Cajun craze. And we're going to take that crumb cake and do the edge here. Dang those squirrels anyways. Okay. So, here's my whole thing. My whole spiel is, what colors do you have that are fall-ish? Okay, because raspberry to me isn't really a fall color. Crushed curry, really, kind of, but not really. So what colors do you have that are fall-ish to use with your daubers to create fall leaves? And you guys, it doesn't have to be, sorry, I was closing my ink pads, you guys. It doesn't have to be technical, correct colors. I am giving you permission. I'm giving you permission to go, you guys, I punched out apples in pink. Apples aren't pink, but once you add your dirtying up of your ink and all that stuff, the apples aren't pink anymore. They're red with a little crumb cake and a little bit of cherry cobbler and all of that. So I'm giving you permission to look outside the box. Try something new with your leaf colors, you guys. And I hope that you are brave and that you do try, because I want you to come over on Facebook. I want you to post a picture of the different colors of leaves that you've tried, because, and it doesn't matter what leaf you use, okay? I'm giving you permission to try. Look outside the box. They don't have to be green. They don't have to be yellow. They don't have to be orange. Think of different things that you want to try and check out how gorgeous. Let's see if I can find a white piece of paper. Oh, I think I have one. Mostly white, anyways. And look at all the different things. See if I can cover up the not white parts. Look at all the different variation of leaves that we now have, you guys. Check that out. Isn't that pretty? And those look like leaves. Check that out. How gorgeous are those? Some are a little bit darker than others. Some are a little bit redder than others. Some are more orangey than others. But that's what it's about. Nothing in nature is exactly the same. So you need to try different things. Edges, no edges. Yellows and reds. Pinks and browns and all kinds of yummy different things. So I hope that you do try this, you guys. I really, really do. If you need help, please comment below. I will give you some suggestions. Like I said, I hope that you try this. This is something a little bit different. But I will pull it all together on Saturday. We're going to create a card using all of these leaves on Saturday. So I look forward to seeing your leaves, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you know somebody that needs this video, don't forget to like and share this video so that others can learn this fun and others can get permission to try something different. You guys, I am so grateful that you joined me today. I hope that you have the most amazing day getting crafty, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye, guys.